It was the last eulogy ever written. Due to incredible advancements in the medical field which helped preserve human life indefinitely, eulogies essentially became obsolete. The last eulogy ever written was put into a tinted glass box accompanied by a sign that read, "Break in case of emergency." Rather than being part of the somber, all too familiar funeral fanfare of the old dead world, eulogies became a distant memory, so they were romanticized. Nostalgia took hold, and people would gather around the tinted glass box just to marvel at it, admiring themselves in the reflection. Rumors spread as to who it was written for, but the general consensus was it probably wasn't for anyone. Probably just fill-in-the-blank type template for nobody in particular. A platitude-themed Mad Libs of sorts. Nevertheless, curiosity ramped up to the point where the leaders of each regional rumor mill were able to use it as a launch pad for life-term political positions. Bills were rushed into law to make sure the tinted glass box would be bulletproof, unbreakable, for preservation's sake, and a museum was built around it, for posterity. And then they built cities around it, and then countries, and obviously religions. Despite most people being generally ambivalent toward eulogistic mythology, the social pressure for people to pick a side was too strong to resist. Older thought patterns went unchallenged as there were no new thinkers due to the banning of procreation, population already having reached critical mass and all, so that was a no-brainer. Same with the ban on all wars, since there were no more children for the military to target. Wars were replaced by debates, which would be streamed online, and the winner was decided by updoots, the loser shamed by downdoots. And that's democracy, folks. Arguments were tediously banged out and forged over time like swords. Flame warriors, who could still piece together pixelated memories of the old dead world, would test their mettle with an occasional protest. Remember, something, something. The mantra of the deep state distraction trolls. An anonymous outfit who wore masks that looked like Alex Jones and were mostly known for throwing sharpening stones. In an announcement of public service, the labor-intensive party explained they had no choice but to replace the red velvet rope surrounding the tinted glass box with an impenetrable red tape. Technology had become more advanced in language, so words couldn't cut it. Naturally, the public's attention shifted onto the flag competition, an annual affair where the premier sewing circle of each region would see who could raise the biggest stink, all in honor of something no one had ever read. Took a couple thousand years of crowdsourcing and every last bit of moral fabric, but eventually there was one flag to rule them all. Much too large for a tinted glass box. People hung miniature replicas of it in their living room and droned a pledge of allegiance to it every morning. An unconvincing ritual performed with side-eye suspicion, and that suspicious side-eye is what truly ruled the land. Doubt of each neighbor's commitment and loyalty to the grand old tattered flag frayed the last thread that tied folks together, as no one could actually claim that they would die for it. No speak zone signs became mandatory at every water cooler in an effort to ease the tension in the workplace. It was too late. Watering holes worldwide had boiled over. The eerie silence of each town center became unbearable. It was a deafening call to prayer. Emergency evacuations were put into effect with only one place for people to seek refuge. Humanity had reached its breaking point, and this was an emergency. The tinted glass box, the reinforced, bulletproof, tinted glass box, the long ignored, mostly forgotten, dusted over tinted glass box, resisted. It was too tempered for the people whose faces had been permanently disfigured by anger wrinkles. Fiery language broke out into heated debates until the box relented, melted, and destroyed the last scrap of human decency which was contained within. The missing link to a time when people actually knew how to speak kindly of one another, even if it was after a person had died. Shame what happened though, because the last eulogy ever written was beautiful. It was for everyone, even the survivors, especially the survivors.